It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Coming up next.
We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, this is one that the defensive coordinators have had a long week because these quarterbacks, you can prepare for them, but because of their legs, you never know what they're going to do.
And when the play breaks down, I think that's where the real fun begins. I mean, it is just so hard. You mentioned it. These defensive coordinators, they spend all week, and every time the ball is snapped, you really have to defend two plays. And what I mean is you defend the initial play that is called by the offense in the huddle, and then you also have to defend the scramble play, the breakdown, the improv. That's what makes these quarterbacks so dangerous, and it just takes one breakdown defensively for a big play, and it's 6.
On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Jaylen Warren. A nice nimble run as he manages to pick up 3. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the gun, it's Wilson. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And Wilson's been doing this a long time. He knows the drill, slides to avoid the contact, and picks up the 1st down. 12 yards on the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the 1st down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
Whoa. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 21. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
This is a great example of the game within the game. They're making what they call Mike declaration, and that's what sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. And in this case, the Mike was the one who came, and he's unblocked, and he's able to get home.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Taking off.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the 1st down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this will stay a scoreless game.
And that's just a tough way to finish off what was a good opening drive. And obviously, as a kicker, you have to have a short memory, but you can bet he'll be thinking about that one the rest of the way.
Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now Allen, he's got that complete to Knox. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Cooper going in motion. On third down, it's Josh Allen. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Allen will throw. Open man, that's Amari Cooper. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. They get 24 on that one, and just like that, it's first and goal.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time.
That is caught by the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand. Let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bills will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Patterson now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Steelers offense ready to get going with their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
On second down, here's Wilson. He's got Fryermuth open on the left side. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll try to run for it with Harris. He will have a Steelers first down. Won't be by much. He needed 3. He got 3. But the mark says first down.
Automatic first down.
Give up the middle to Harris. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, Wilson. Going to get that into the hands of his receiver, Mike Williams. That long one's going to bring them first and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
Play action. Now, Wilson. He's got his big tight end. Pat Fryermuth. Touchdown, Steelers.
So this is a simple case, Mike, of just let's make this easy. Let's just give my quarterback a big target in the end zone and just say, hey, big tight end, find space, get open, stay open, and I'm going to throw this ball through your chest, and you just got to hang on to it.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. He's got it. And the Steelers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown in time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Bills offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. Once again, it's Cook. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
In motion, Shakir. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here comes 3rd and 6. Allen. He's got his man. That's Coleman. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Allen to throw. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Throwing now. Allen here on 1st down. He'll get it inside the 20. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
The relationship between the back and the offensive lineman is now the key for the run after catch. You want to make sure those linemen don't get too far down the field where they can't help protect the back. So once the running back catches it, there's a go-go call. Now everyone knows it's time to go downfield. The running back falls in behind them, and that's the landmark of the screenplay.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back to the Steel City after this. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking middle, he's got it complete to Coleman. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st. He slams it in there, and he is in. James Cook, touchdown, Bills. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike, and it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block, but in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The extra point by Bass is good. And the Bills will move out to a 14-7 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Patterson now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
He'll give it to Harris again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Now Russ. He'll try to run for it. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
And he gets this up close to the 40. Matt Milano there to stop him. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Play action. It's Wilson. This one complete to Washington. They're trying to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front, and they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position, but this time he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They go play action now. Here's Allen. Open man downfield. It's Kincaid. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That pickup good for 29 yards.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. That's caught downfield by Cooper. How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains, 19 for this one.
You don't want to make a living off of making these kind of throws, Mike. It's one thing to throw into tight coverage, but it's another thing to throw into tight double coverage. And while the quarterback gets away with one here, I don't think you want to make a living doing it.
Now Allen on 1st down. That's into the hands of Coleman. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. One more time going up top with Allen. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
That is hauled in at the 5. And the Bills are going to be looking at a first and goal. They move it down to the 4.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Again, it's Allen to the air. And he's in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that is number 2, Greg. He is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bills will take a 21-7 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Patterson now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Steelers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he finds his tight end Freiermuth.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
They run it over center with Harris. And this is going to be a Steelers first down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
On first down, Wilson. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On second down, Russ. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not, and when he throws it, catch it.
On the handoff, this is Warren. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Shotgun snap, and they give it to Harris. He'll push forward for about a yard. Matt Milano there to stop him.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson. That's taken in.
Now, that was a nice looking grab. Really nice footwork there on the sideline to stay in bounds, but After all that, it's still not going to result in very much.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And they do not cut into the deficit.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his... That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
He'll try and get there on the ground.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. 4th down. Here's Wilson. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And he's going to have the Steelers' 1st down. Well-designed play to pick up 16 and move the chains.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll take off. He is in. Russell Wilson. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it. And the Steelers draw closer here. It's 21-14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Bills offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now it's Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, Josh Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again, it's Allen. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. And they'll take this down inside the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This one from just under 50 yards. Bass's kick is good. And the Bills going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. We saw some strong work from James Cook in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Bills offense and Josh Allen head back onto the field. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught left side by Cooper. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, Cook. And he's got it, 1st down. A pickup of 4.
A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Bills.
Cooper going in motion. Throwing now. Allen here on 1st down. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. 17 yards on that connection. Good for a Bills 1st down.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
In trouble, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll run with Cook. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this 2nd half. That grab gets them a 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. That is brought in at the 10. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
1st and goal.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. Allen to throw. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
Nearly a disaster there, especially in this area of the field, Mike. You know these guys are reaching for the ball. That is such a priority of every defense around the league. Create turnovers, especially in the red zone. Fortunately for this guy, he gets to get back in the huddle for another crack at it, thanks to some quick thinking and good hustle from one of his own guys. So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here, they got the lead. We're in the 2nd half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the 2nd half and close this game out?
They'll run. It's Cook. Good blocking, and he's in. James Cook. Touchdown, Bills. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half.
Bills 31, Steelers 14.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. On the give, it's Harris. Able to break a tackle as he powers forward 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. 11 yards on the connection there. That's a Steeler 1st down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Warren. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Big Ed Oliver there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
It almost feels in today's game, if you aren't a dynamic runner with the ball in your hand, you can't play. And I'll tell you what, Mike, that was never my thing. I'm not sure if I would have been as good in today's game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. They'll run with Harris. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Now a give to Warren, running right. And he's going to get this down to the 10-yard line. This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Now Russ. And he'll take it on in. Mike Williams. Touchdown, Steelers.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Boswell now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Steelers are able to cut the deficit to 10. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll begin with a zone read. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Larry Ogunjobi with the tackle for the defense. Here's third down and a few inches. Josh Allen on the bootleg. That one caught. It's Knox, the tight end.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense. Automatic first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Cooper going in motion. Now Allen on first down. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. They face second down and 7. Here's Allen to throw. That's to Kincaid once again. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Now it is first and goal. That is caught by the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Pass's kick is good. And the Bills will extend this third quarter lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Patterson now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Wilson lines up in the pistol. This one grabbed by Austin. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Here's a screen set up for Warren. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Rasul Douglas there to break that one up.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. A gain of 11 there as the decision to go for it pays off.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That's another Pittsburgh Steeler.
On 1st down, Wilson. He'll go right back to Freiermuth. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. try to run for it with Harris. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Another run here with Harris. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Mike Williams. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. This returnable from the 4. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Allen going to give it to Cook. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. In motion, Shakir. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Bills.
From the gun, it's Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
A run with Cook. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Now a 3rd and 2. In motion, Shakir. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the Bills' first down.
They motion a receiver right. They run out of the gun. It's Cook. And a short gain there, down only to the 48. Second down and 8. Here's a first carry for the man from Kentucky, Ray Davis. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to third down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, you've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. On third down, they go with Cook. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Allen going to give this to Davis. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They bring the tight end in motion. A run up the middle with Cook. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Chance to get him closer to that finish line. It is 3rd and 2. We'll try and run here with Cook. They're going to bring him down to the 21, but they're also going to move the chains after that run. First down picked up on the ground.
First down, Buffalo.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So a road win here for the Bills. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.